Social media has made the winter arc very cringe. If you go on social media nowadays, you'll just see 14-year-olds speaking about fighting demons and not speaking to anyone. That's unneeded, of course, but I do believe the winter periods are a prime time for you to put your head down and achieve your goals, whether it's physical, mental, financial. This is a prime time for you to just get everything done. I'm sure, like everyone else, you've tried to have a winter arc, but you've failed within the last couple of years. You've wasted time, you've procrastinated. Not this winter, though. I'll give you the blueprint. I'll give you 5 categories, 5 methods for you to exponentially increase the quality of your life. You'll be unrecognizable by the end of this winter. You will work on these 5 categories and you'll prioritize them, as these will give you the most bang for your buck. Mental health should be your first priority if it's not at an acceptable standard. If you have anxiety or depression, this should be your first priority. Mental health is actually one of those things where if you do not have it sorted out, you will not be able to do anything in life. People with physical conditions can still function, they can still think right. They don't have a skewed perception of this world. People with mental health issues can't do anything. This should be your number one priority if it's not up to a good standard. I've already made a video on anxiety and depression, how to significantly increase your mental health within a matter of weeks. I'll just summarize it here for the sake of this video. If you have anxiety, engage in mindfulness meditation. This is where you focus on one specific thing, increasing your focus, and this helps to regulate your hormonal health and keeps your thoughts in line. Same thing with breathing exercises. If your breathing patterns are irregular, you're going to have a spike in cortisol, causing your anxiety symptoms to become worse. If you have depression, engage in gratitude journaling. This is where you essentially count your blessings. You take a piece of paper out every day and you write down everything you're grateful for. This will remind you of the things that you have and remind you of the things that other people don't have that you have. This will completely change your outlook on life. Another thing is you should work hard. A lot of people are depressed because they're not out there achieving things. If that's you, set goals and achieve them. You'll feel significantly better. When it comes to your physique, winter season, as you should know, is prime bulking season. You should not cut unless you have health issues or you're morbidly obese. You should not cut. This is your time to gain weight, gain strength, and enjoy the extra bit of food. My recommendation is you stick to a diet plan. Be disciplined. Do not BS yourself. If you said to yourself, no processed food for the 6 days out of the week, don't try to fit in processed food halfway through the week, because if it fits your macros, that's a lack of discipline and you will not reach your goals if you don't have it. Secondly, don't work out routine hop. This is what I used to do, and to be honest, you might as well not go to the gym because you won't make any progress. What I mean by this is, if you told yourself push-pull legs, stick to push-pull legs for the entire winter. Don't switch upper lower, then the other day bro split, because this will hinder your progress. My recommendation is, if you're newbie to the gym, do bro split. You might feel a bit overwhelmed by push-pull legs, upper lower, full body, bro split, but if you have been going to the gym for a year or more, push-pull legs has worked for me. It's given me the most bang for my buck. I do push-pull legs twice a week, so that means I'm in the gym 6 times a week, and this ensures I hit every muscle group. A bonus thing is that push-pull legs might not hit your arms as well as the other workout splits. So on the 7th day, there are certain times where instead of resting, I might hit arms individually. These are very high calorie foods that have helped me bulk up. These are healthy foods as well, so you don't need to worry about being unhealthy. Peanut butter, olive oil, and nuts. These are all fats. As you know, fats are significantly higher calorie than carbs and protein. When it comes to having a goal in mind, this is my first point of this slide. Have a clear goal in mind. Don't hop around your workout routine. You shouldn't hop around your fitness goals either. If you want the bodybuilder body, go for it. If you want the aesthetic body, go for it. Don't switch hypertrophy, then strength, and then powerlifting. It won't work. It won't work out. I'll give you this recommendation that if you want a successful life, not just in fitness, in business and relationships, go for the aesthetic, athletic physique. This physique has shown to bring forward the effects of the halo effect and just makes your life a lot easier to navigate. Also, the bodybuilder steroid head physique is very hard to achieve naturally. And to be honest, for me, it's a waste of time. You won't be functional and you won't be very attractive. When it comes to your finances, this is the winter. You will not be broke anymore. I'm going to give you pieces of advice you haven't heard before, and I'm going to refrain from giving you basic advice such as business models that do well. These YouTubers and TikTokers who tell you about SMMA and dropshipping, they don't tell you that one, the likelihood of it working is not that high, and two, the core business principles that are needed to run a successful business, any successful business, they just don't tell you those. They just tell you the business models and just say, yeah, go sort it out on your own. So number one is increase, not save. You've probably heard this scarcity mindset of don't buy a coffee or don't buy these things. You should save your money and then invest. No one has gotten rich from that. The people you look up to have gotten rich from business. They've gotten rich from increasing their income. If you make, let's say, £1,000 a month, you shouldn't try save 700. You should try make that income go from 1,000 to 2,000. That's where you become rich. The second point, there are three main types of products you can sell. Physical products are, I'm going to give you an example based on the self-improvement niche. For example, physical products are things like hair oils, supplements, things you have to physically post. There are pros and cons, but I'll go into it in another video. Then there's digital products such as courses and ebooks. And then there's service-based products where, for example, mentorship, you give people your time. Once you find out which type of product is the best for you, you can master a specific type of product. You can make it the best and then sell it to your audience. I've written value 3 times because it's very important. You do not look for the amount of sales. You look at customer satisfaction. The amount of value you provide to your audience is how rich you're going to become, because there's something called word of mouth marketing where people who have bought your product and have found genuine value for their lives, they'll go and tell people about it and you'll get more sales. Prioritize customer feedback rather than actual sale, because if someone buys your product and then they don't like it, they're going to start telling people it's a bad product. You won't make any sales, your business will crash. Now, this wasn't going to be part of the original 5, but I've added it in because recently I've been trying to increase this part of my life a lot more than I have in the past, and I've seen genuine benefits in my life. But I've also been noticing the people around me and their social skills, and to be honest, the self-improvement YouTubers were right all along that people have lost the ability to hold a conversation with people. No one knows how to speak anymore. So this is your time to increase your social skills. Social skills are a skill. Skills are learned, skills are improved, and skills can be elevated. Your skills are not going to be as good when you start, but once you start to improve them, of course they're going to be better. The book on the screen is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and I highly recommend it. I recommend it above 48 Laws of Power because 48 Laws of Power, although it's interesting, it's very hard to implement in real life and you have to think about where to implement it. Whereas the book on screen, it gives you things you could implement in your life right now. For example, one of them is just smile at people. A tip I'd give is not to read from cover to cover. Instead, learn one social skill, for example. Go out and implement it. Don't just read cover to cover. You won't implement the skills and you won't actually apply in real life if you do that. Lastly, testosterone. This one is very important. If you're going to do one, aside from mental health, do this one. It's referred to as the male elixir for life by a lot of YouTubers, and I completely agree. As soon as I implemented this to my life, testosterone maxing, as soon as I got onto this journey, my life completely changed. It's the gateway to male success. Once you start increasing your testosterone, you'll be introduced into masculine dimorphism, which is essentially where, because of your testosterone levels, your body will start to adapt masculine features which will affect your physical appearance, such as stronger jawline, prominent Adam's apple, deeper voice, higher muscle mass, lower body fat, everything you'd want as a man. Working hard will feel good. You'll get genuine happiness from discomfort, and you'll have better relationships, whether it's with your woman or with friends, because you'll take that role as the masculine leader and it'll just come as second nature. You won't have to force it at all. Testosterone maxing is one of the best things that I've ever done. Here's a quick side note that if you want my beginner testosterone protocol, it's the first link in the description. It's not a must, of course, but if you want everything I did to significantly increase my testosterone all in one document, it's the first link in the description. Everything you need to triple your testosterone, it's in very high demand right now, so I recommend you go get it.